And you know the cycles in free fall that would activate in 750 feet above the ground. So just imagine your takeoff is here, and you're landing 750 feet above the takeoff place. So if you're in free fall here, the cycles won't work because you're landing there. So you actually need the opening or like the working altitude of the AAV higher. So you just tell the cycles, okay, from my takeoff, so the landing, this is like 100 meter higher, or it's 100 meter lower. And so if you see like 100 in an arrow down, or 100 in an arrow up, you would say actually this is a different setting. Here, we usually take off at the same altitude. Even if you land on the sand dune, it wouldn't make a big difference. But like when you jump close to mountains, or if you want to land on top of the mountains, then you have to change the setting. So this maybe you see a number here which is not a 0. So you should actually see a 0. Okay? And then in the morning when we check it, we actually open that flap. There are some flaps here on the side, and there's this one here. And we actually check where the RSL, which is connected here, is connected on that part. Because if you cut away, and like what we just did, you see the 3-ring system opens, and then the risers, this is what we call a riser. The canopy is connected, on the canopy there are lines, and the lines are connected in this like thingies here. And these are the risers. They are like 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And at the back, the rear risers, they're actually the steering toggles connected. You know, these yellow ones?
Yeah.
And you steer and fly the canopy. So they are like...
they are on the front or on the back?
On the back.
On the back.
Right.
Because
just imagine like if you see like a wing of a plane, you know, the flaps of the wing of the plane are at the back of the plane.
Yeah.
So actually your steering toggles and the steering lines, they are connected to the tail of the canopy. So if you actually look up and you pull down the steering toggles, you actually see that the tail of the canopy is coming down. That actually makes the canopy turn. You actually break one side and the other one overtakes. So if you pull down on the right hand side, the right hand side actually slows down, and the other one, which is not on brakes, actually will overtake. And that's why you're doing a right hand turn. That's why you have your steering toggles. So if you do a cutaway, you see just the 3-ring system opens, the riser is flying away, the RSL is connected to the riser, and because the riser is flying away, this RSL, reserve starting line, will actually pull here and will open the reserve. So just by cutting away, the reserve will open as well. And then you ask me, so why do I actually have to pull the reserve handle if it opens automatically? You know, this is just a little strap here and maybe it breaks. So the emergency procedure is always checking your altitude. Am I still high enough for a cutaway? And then you cut away and then you pull the reserve. Most likely, when you do the cutaway, the reserve is already open when you are actually pulling the reserve handle. So this one should be here between those rings. If it would be here, could be like on top of this harness, this housing here. So this ring should be between those 2 rings. And also what we see here is the reserve, is the little tab, which tells us how long we can still use that rig. Because the reserve canopy, even not in use, has to be repacked every 180 days. So most reserves canopies never have seen the sky. So
hopefully always stay like that.
But every 180 days it will be repacked.
Yeah.
And this little tab here will tell us like how long we can still use that rig. And again, almost 100% for sure, you will never see an out-of-date reserve because our rigging loft is actually pretty precise and they will actually know which rigs needs to be maintained or not. But this one is good till the 1st of June 2019. That's pretty okay. And also you see when this little like red thread here is still in place, you will actually see that nobody actually opened that reserve. You know? Because the last one who actually worked on that one is actually the packer, the reserve packer who actually did the pack job. So we check the date and we check the pin, that the pin is like pulled through.
Okay, guys, we're going to get started. Load 1 is in 20 minutes. Load 1 is a 20-minute hold.
We are in load 2 or 3. We are in load 3 if we have one plane. If they bring a second plane, then we... so we speed up a little bit. Otherwise, I mean, I can talk 24/7 about skydiving. We always have a story, but when we're getting closer to skydiving, then actually we talk about the jump, not all about the stories. So in the morning, you open that flap, you check where the RSL is connected, you check this tab here as well, and you check the pin, and then you close it again. Those little wings here, they just go underneath here and here. And this flap goes inside here. For the first gear check in the morning, we open it completely. For the gear check between all those jumps, we just check if the reserve pin is still in place. You don't have to open it again.
The pin, right? Stick the
Yeah.
pin.
Your pin should be like tucked in, not sitting here in the corner. And then we check the bridle. This little thing here is called the bridle. It connects the deployment bag where the canopy is packed in to the little pilot chute, which is here in this pouch. So there's this is called the bridle. And if you take this pilot chute or this hacky sack and you throw it in the airstream, it fills up with air and it will pull actually that pin out. I'm not doing it right now. Yeah. So there are like 4 flaps, and underneath those 4 flaps there's a bag, and on the side of the bag there's the canopy. So by checking the bridle, we want to see if it comes from the right hand side here, and there's a little Velcro as well. That gives us a little play. It should not be tucked under like that. If it's tucked under, maybe it gets stuck and the pin won't come out. So if we have this little Velcro here and we put it here on this sticky one, then definitely the pin has enough play to actually get out. This loop here, the white thing, should not be damaged. USPA says that if it's more than 10% damage, then you should change it. How much is 10%? If there's a little fray, it's a little like you see a little bit of fabric, that's okay. But if you see damage, I would ask the packer to replace it. It doesn't cost a dirham, so it's not worth actually risking our life just because we haven't changed actually that loop. 10%, they say. Okay, the bridle should be here, not visible. You don't want to see the bridle. If this pin cover flap is in place and you still see the bridle, that's wrong as well, because it can get air. If it gets air, it can actually pull out. You see how easily actually the pin can get out. And we don't want to have that. The pin should be fully tucked in, just like that. And we don't want to see a bridle, just like this. So if we close the pin cover flap, we don't see the bridle, we don't see the pin. Okay? And then last thing what we check is actually the pilot chute itself. Best thing is always if you only see that handle here. So that would be either a little plastic rope here, or there's like a ball like this. Called this hacky sack.
Like this one, I think.
Oh, that's the other side.
Oh, that's a
There's a handle on the other side. This is like for the AFF instructor. So you only want to see actually that little ball or little plastic ball. If the fabric is already out, also, the wind can actually get this out, and then you have a premature opening. And then you would be under the canopy and 4,000 meters above the ground. It's pretty cold up there.
Yeah,
You don't want to do this.
nice.
So when you check your gear, what I do, I push it in quite a lot, and then I just
Some people, I think there's as soon as they leave the gate, they open the parachute. They're very high. I think
This is quite often for military jumps. High exit, high opening. So they jump from 30,000 feet, 10,000 meters. They have oxygen, and then they glide quite far, like to the air. We don't want to open our parachute in 10,000 feet. It wouldn't be a problem, but we check, of course, that it's in good place. So you don't want to see that fabric. You only want to see actually. That would be the kitchen. Let's talk about the jump.